Who is the best audience on YouTube? You guys are. Oh my God, you guys have been waiting all night. You all deserve medals and applause and hugs, and I love you guys. I'm so sorry. Everything that could possibly ever go wrong today happened today. Here we are, but good news for you, you're getting a part 2 tomorrow night. So I had to take Mr. Rogers out of the title, but that's okay. There's a part 2 tomorrow. Because I also didn't have a Jeff segment. We'll have a Jeff segment tomorrow. We'll have Mr. Rogers tomorrow. And we'll have a few things that I put off that I was going to do next week that I can do tomorrow. So tomorrow there's going to be a whole other show for you guys. Sound good? Great. So how is everybody tonight? How are you, Jeff and Esther?
Doing good.
Great. Even at this hour of night. Wonderful. So really quickly, I am going to do a quick shout out of the people I can see. Actually, I'm going to go to YouTube on my phone because then I can probably see more people. Just give me 1 minute. Make sure my volume is all the way down. Usually I could see better on YouTube than I can on, on StreamYard.
Oh yeah, I don't have to worry about several different chats. I usually I'm always looking at Brian's chat, and then you're always looking at yours. Forgot I don't have that problem here.
Yeah, no, you don't. Everything's here all at once. It's great.
So
let's see. Who can I see? I'm scrolling up. Super Mario Brothers 3 is here. I have Gen Z Tourday. I have Boston Ray Mudflood Adventures. Michael Russum is here, pushing button 62. Mr. Super Sidewinder is in the chat. And we also have, still scrolling, Jeff Zanzibar is in the chat. Michael Russum. I am still scrolling. Lots of Super Mario pushing buttons and Michael Russum in the chat. And Jency. Hey, Drew Duncan. Good to see you. Noise Guru is here as well. Mandanimal's in the chat. So is Parody Bear. Good to see you. Hubert's just walked in. Good to see you guys. Hard to believe is here. People are getting the notification. I told them to come back. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah. I'm glad I decided to take a nap.
I'm glad you decided to take a nap too.
Yeah.
I am so glad. Did I miss anyone?
Yesterday, I wouldn't have had sleep so much, but
yeah, you were having a good time talking to your mom, so.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Did I? If I did, please put your name at the bottom because that's all I can see in the chat. It doesn't go back any further.
Did you say hi to Boston Ray?
Hi, Boston Ray.
Yep, I got Boston Ray.
And hi, Cuberts, and hi, everybody else.
Yes, hi to all the people that said hi.
Hello, Nightbot. Well, guys, we're going to jump right into it because Esther is barely staying awake for us, and she has something to present to us tonight. So, Jeff, would you do the honors of pulling up Esther's presentation?
Which one is it?
It's the one that says Esther.
Yeah, I was looking for that, and I didn't see it.
Brave Part 2, or Round 2.
Which, did you do The Crown? Because I rewatched the movie. And in the actual movie, it actually...
Don't tell them. Don't tell them, because it's in there. And so, I had... don't say anything.
Yeah, it's weird. I fell asleep halfway through the movie again. Because I just couldn't stay awake. I got home, it was around 7:30. I fell asleep around 8, and I just couldn't stay awake after that.
Jency says no spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll see. You'll see what I did. I did so much artwork, guys. I was trying so hard so hard to get Mr. Rogers done, and I'm like, you know what? There's no way. I'm not going to get this done. You guys are going to be sitting here until 4 in the morning. So it's going to part 2. There's
All right,
so much with Mr. Rogers that you don't even know it. You don't even want to know. Okay, we are ready to go. Esther, would you like to read yours? If so, I'll put you full screen on the thing. I've done this in a while.
So, I previously covered a Mandela effect with the Disney movie Brave. Merida's eyes and dress were different from my memory. Now her mom's dress is being shifty.
Shifty dress.
Yeah.
That's okay, Jency. I haven't seen this at all.
I've watched it quite a few times.
But I have seen trailers, but not the actual film. Jeff, you can go on.
When Merida was young, Queen Eleanor wore a purple dress, but when Merida was older, her dress was green. Which green dress do you remember, left or right?
I need to stop you for 1 second. Are you saying her name is not Meridia, it's Merida?
Yeah, it's Merida.
Esther.
Yeah.
When you told me about this the first time, it was Meridia. All my presentations say Meridia.
No, it's Merida.
Okay. Jency says Meridia.
Yeah, and they're cool Scottish accent. It's Merida.
Oh my God. Oh, please no.
So left looks right.
No, Jency. It's not Meridia. That's just the way I was writing it. It has not changed to Meridia. It is still Merida.
Yeah. I could not remember her name for the longest time. I used to pronounce it differently, and then
maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's why. No, Jency, you're okay. Breathe. It's still Merida. It is still Merida. It's not Meridia. I've never seen this. This is what happens when I cover something that I have never seen. That's all. And it's possible autocorrect did it too, because the Grand Meridian, you know what I'm saying? So it probably changed something. You never know, the autocorrect. But
no
I'm
noise
sorry.
guru. That would be mierda. There, I said it right. Mierda. Not
No, it'd be Merida, like Verde is green. Merida.
No, he's saying something else.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hubert, she is the main character's mother in Brave.
Mm-hmm. She's the one that turns into the bear. She's a bear.
Yes, I am not a robot. I don't know all.
I love this. So
it's funny. My dad says I'm not a robot.
what bear? And Brave, when the mom turns into a bear. I just wanted you to change.
Okay, is anyone actually giving left or right answers?
So far it's been left.
So far it's been left?
Yeah. Holy cow. Sorry, I literally put Brave on to double check something. Oh my word. Okay.
Jency's saying left. Was that the only person who answered?
There was a couple of other answers.
I am scrolling.
I've
Not
never
familiar.
seen
Left
this.
looks right to pushing buttons. Left for Michael Russum. And left again for Jency. But
Yeah,
keep in mind, pushing buttons has never seen it. Okay, we can go on.
I've never seen this either.
I haven't either, but I have to go with left. I got you, Michael. I got you.
So I remember the left, a satin shimmered green dress, and I do not remember the paint splatter look of the multicolor that dress has now. Do you? Yeah, it's crazy now. I mean, it's beautiful. I do love it, but it's not what I remember at all.
To me, it looks like someone splattered paint all over her in different colors.
Yeah.
Welcome, Jim from Florida. Jim from Florida has never seen it.
Yeah.
Join the club. Neither have I.
And the crown now. All right, which crown do you remember? Just with the green stone, green with blue accent stones, or green with purple accent stones?
So 1, 2, or 3 in the chat if you remember the crown. What do you remember? So the first one is just like etched gold. The second one is blue stones. And the third one is purple stones.
One with a question mark. Looks like hypercolor, so that's a lot.
Yeah, I was just reading that. So in the chat, Jetsy is guessing 1. Michael thinks 2. Pushing button says no idea. I'm with pushing.
Yeah.
Now I would have picked my favorite colors, but I'm not going to say that because I know what the answer is, you know?
For me, I have 2 answers just because of the fact that it changed for me. So it was 1 and then changed to another, and now it's like, what? And it changed as we were finding residue for the dress.
That is correct. So Drew says, I'm thinking 1 maybe. So we got a maybe for 1, a maybe for 2, and a maybe for 1. It's hard, huh, Jency? They are hard. These are hard. Don't worry, I got much easier ones coming tonight.
This is Meredith's mom's, Queen Eleanor's crown that she wore, the big bear.
In the movie Brave, Michael Fontaine, welcome.
Yeah. Oh, I watch this movie, like, I don't watch it as much as I watch Frozen, because I do love Frozen. I watch both Frozen 1 and 2. But I do watch this one a few times. I have watched it a good probably dozen times by now, especially having kids. Which is weird because my kids don't remember this movie at all. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm just the one who watches it. So, and there's actually an added scene, and then the end of the movie looks weird too. So it's just like it doesn't register when I watch the end of the movie. It just doesn't look right. So either I've never paid attention to the ending, or something's off.
Why couldn't it be Purine? Like Purina. Purine instead of Purple. I can't even say that. I'm going to go with Purine.
Purple and orange look better together. It's a familiar ring.
Where's the orange? Hey, Super Mario.
Purple.
Michael Fontaine is a 3. So we have all 3 answers. We can move on.
Okay.
Thanks, Pushin. It can be Purine if you're from Philly. Here's why. Because purple and green are my favorite colors. So that's why.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense to have purple on the crown because of royalty.
Mm-hmm. But I think having just gold etched around it looks the best, in my opinion. 1 looks the best.
Yeah, I noticed like the more and more I watch this, like the more and more details are like, it's just becoming more and more detailed. It's like her dresses and stuff. Like there's like an extra. It's not just gold on the bottom. It's like etched with like dots on it now and like multicolored. And I'm like, oh my word! Like everything is, and I know that there's one thing to pay attention and not notice it and finally actually paying attention. It's another to have paid attention and really watched it and really paid close attention and then watch it again and then be like, that's not, I literally just watched a scene like 2 seconds ago with the same dress and then it goes and changes. Then the next scene, it looks totally different. It's like my memory is not that bad where I've forgotten what her dress looked like 30 seconds ago.
No, your memory is not bad. All right, go on, Jeff.
So I remember blue, but I noticed the stones were purple yesterday, and a lot of people just remember carved design on the gold. Do you remember purple? Yeah, it's weird because right after I found that change with the purple on all of the residue, I rewatched the movie. It was blue,
Wait.
and I was like, okay, it didn't change. It was just on the weird colors. And I literally just, I have it on the screen right now. It's purple.
Okay, wait. Jency, the purple is the little triangles next to the green, not the green in the center.
Yeah.
But can I just point out that these are both Disney images, and one has an oval stone and one has a round stone?
It may be just the editing. Maybe it was
No, that is a round emerald green, and the other one is my favorite green, which is like a yellowy green, like peridot, my birthstone, and it's oval on the left.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember green originally when I first watched it, but then I watched it like not that, like when I was noticing the crown, I noticed blue right before the dress change or right around the same time, and then like the next day it changed to purple, and I'm like, oh, now it's purple.
Was her mom's eyes brown?
Yes.
Note to self on air: Merida's eyes are brown in case anything happens. Okay. Yeah, no, those are two different shaped stones. They also, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing a round stone, like sort of like the Triforce from The Legend of Zelda on the left. And then on the right, I just see a triangle. Do you see what I'm seeing? Like they're totally different crowns. Yet they are both Disney images, so I'm confused. They are different. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's not as it's more round now than it used to be.
Yes, that's what I said, Jen. See, that was the first thing I said. It was the one on the left is oval and the one on the right is round. And then I said it was emerald green versus peridot green, the yellowy green that I like better than the emerald. My mom's birthstone is on the right, mine's on the left. And then also the triangular shape on the side is different. The whole thing's different. It's different. It's just wrong.
It's actually wrong now.
That's what I'm saying. It's so different. I can't. All right. Go ahead, Jeff. Let's just go on. Just go on. Oh, my head hurts.
Yeah, that's weird because it was oval. Like it's purple, definitely right now, and I'm looking at it as ground.
And look at all the red circles, how it goes from circle to oval. Oval, oval on the bottom, oval. I don't know why her dress is there. That's a boo-boo there. But in the middle we have round. Then we have round, 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 oval, going from right to left.
But that's weird.
That is crazy. And the one in the middle on the right has like two dots, not even a triangle. So strange. No, Merida is not a redhead. Merida, well, actually, is she? She is. She's like an auburn, though. She's like a brunette leaning red.
Oh, Queen Eleanor? Eleanor is.
Yeah, Eleanor, yes. Merida is a redhead, but her mother is more of a brunette with a little red to it.
Yeah. And it's weird now that she's has blue eyes, because it's like I remember Merida always having green, because with the
I do
Little
too.
Mermaid having the red hair and the blue eyes, she was different. She had green eyes. It was like
And
she was a
they
different.
were like on fire in the trailer, like blazing green in the trailer. I saw the trailer. I know her eyes were green. I was totally on board with you on that.
Yeah, I was like, what's this
They were like
weird?
almost glowing in the trailer.
Yeah, because it was like, well, they had different like I just rewatched Moana, and I'm like, I've forgotten how skinny they made her. She is so skinny now, and it's like, oh my word, like she's like a zero.
Hi, Carrie Skates.
And
Good
it's
to
like
see
she
you.
used to always be the overweight, not overweight, but actually just stocky. You know, she was more of a realistic princess that they gave us, and now she's like a super skinny, like runway model. So, yeah, the residue for the.
Okay, so this is orange because there are specks on the dress,
Mhm,
but they're not rainbow. So I'm
mhm.
giving it an orange on this. Like it's in between realities. Maybe it's meant to represent the shimmer, but when it already has a satin clothing, I don't think it needs the spots. So that's why I have it in the orange category.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember it having a very, very muted other colors in them, but they were not in your face, like looking like she just came out of a paint can. Like she
Yes.
just got part of a paint or galaxy like themed. Um, like it was always, it was there, but it was like your brain didn't pick up on it unless you really looked at it. It was kind of one of those like you didn't notice it until somebody stopped and said, "Hey, your dress has other colors in it, doesn't it?" Like now, it's
Maybe
like
when the
you just
sun
look at
hit it.
it and you're like, "Whoa!" Like
Hey, hey Wendy V, welcome.
got in fight. She got
You can go on,
she
Jess.
got in a fight with Sherwin Williams. Yeah.
Okay, so now we have the crown, and how many round and ovals do we have?
A lot.
This is messed up. This is messed up.
It's
I
weird how
just
it's
put
like
this
he's
together
literally like
two
in flux.
hours ago.
Yeah, it's like this movie has just constantly been changing over the last like 24 hours. That's what I've watched like 3 times in the last 24 hours, because I'm like, what else has kind of changed? And yeah,
Did
like
she
there's
always
this.
have the? Did she always have like the cat ears on the side? Because
Oh,
some
are
have the cat ears and some do not. That's why I'm asking.
you talking about on the crown?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. She has like the. It's not just the top. It was raised all the way around. Yeah, like it
Okay.
had like bumps
Because
all the
I
way.
am seeing that some do not have it, but they're drawings and other people's like cosplay. So probably they couldn't get the exact one. Hey, Adam for Christ, good to see you. Jeff, you can go on. Let's look at more green ones. So this is more the dress, but I mean, we still have the crown here in some of them.
Mhm.
Oh, by the way, I found a keychain with nothing on the dress except for green. It's either on the next slide or the previous slide. I don't know if there's three. I don't think there's three green. I think it was the previous slide. I found a keychain, a Disney keychain, nothing on the dress. The doll. The doll is in the bottom right, nothing on the dress. It's just green. And that's a Disney dress. So is the Disney dress. The doll you sent, Esther, which is the
Mhm.
middle bottom, the second one from the left on the bottom. That's
Mhm.
also a Disney doll, plain green dress.
Mhm.
Oh no, the keychain's right there. Third one over, next to between the two dolls.
Yeah.
Disney keychain, plain green. Now it's plastic. How hard would it have been to throw on paint splatter of different colors? It wouldn't have been. So there's
Mhm.
no reason why the Disney keychain shouldn't have paint splatters.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like, I know with Disney, they have like the bigger doll has the colors, but then the smaller one doesn't, and it's like it's not that much different. Like, why does one dress have color and the other one doesn't? I'm like, what? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's just odd looking to see all of like I said, it's very pretty. I will say that. Um, but
Welcome, Mustard Seed of Faith. We
Well, I
can
was
go
paying
on, Jeff.
attention to her dress too because of the fact that I was like, well, I know Merida has, she has dress changes, and then I was like, I'm gonna look at her dress, the mom's, and like I know it's green, and then the very next scene it was like shimmer in my face, and I'm like,
So this is weird. I don't remember Merida, how do you pronounce her name?
Merida.
I
Yeah.
don't remember her hair being that much redder than her dad's when I made this slide. I remember her dad's hair being more red. Not as red as hers, but
Yeah.
redder.
Yeah, you have pretty red hair too, especially when he was younger. But yeah, you.
That's just weird. I don't know. This whole presentation's messing my head up, especially because I don't know it. It's messing my head up. But go ahead, Esther. Last one.
So, are you affected by any of these Mandela effects? Let us know what you remember in the comments below. Thank you again. Thanks to me to sharing the facts. Well, yeah, it's just weird now. I'm literally, I paused it right on the mom's face looking straight, or as straight as possible. And yeah, it is round with the purple on there.
Oh, wait, Jeff, before you close this presentation, can you zoom in on the crown in the top left corner? I want to see if it's oval. I'm wondering if her crown was oval when she was younger, and then nope, it's round. Never mind.
Yeah, it's the same crown. The whole thing.
It's the same crown.
Like, it's weird too. Like, she has always had that gray strand in her hair too. Even when Merida was a baby, she had the gray strand, which is weird. I don't really remember that either. I always remember her having it when she was older to signify she's older.
Interesting, because we just
Always
covered. You weren't around, but we covered. I covered it for Super Mario. No, not Super Mario. Who was it? Was it Hard to Believe? Help me out in the chat. Which one of you talked to me about Quantum Leap, the hair color? So Sam Beckett has always had a gray streak in his hair. And it's not Sam Beckett, it's actually the actor who has had the gray streak in his hair his whole life. And it's a genetic thing. But it can also just happen. There's like different reasons why it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a genetic disorder where it's usually all like actually white, and then it can be white and gray, and then it can be white and the skin is white. There's all sorts of things. Yes, Scott Bakula, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Me said Super Mario Brothers 3. It was Super Mario. Okay, I got it. All right. I knew.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
remember him having like. I don't remember him having all that. I'll have to look that up now because I loved Quantum Leap when I was a kid.
I'll send you the presentation so you can look at all the close-ups of all the hair.
Yeah, they
Hey,
said now
Alex
it's
Jones,
just
Parody
weird
Bear.
with the gray streak all the way from the beginning. It's like I remember it coming out later. They said to signify that she was older because Merida. I mean, when you first see her, Merida's like 4, maybe 5 tops. And now she's like marrying age, which I don't know what that would be in there. I don't know, at least 14, let's say, because I don't know what it would be back in the olden times. But she looks more like she's probably supposed to be 16 or something.
Oh, okay, wait, I have to say something. It was actually Siren Offspring Super Mario. You participated part of that, but the other part was Siren Offspring. So I also have to credit Siren Offspring. Sorry about that. Esther, I am putting the link for you to peruse when you leave in the group chat. Oh boy, that was loud.
It was off to the side. But yeah, it's been very interesting. Like I don't watch Brave, like I said, super often, but something just prompted me to say I need to watch Brave. And then as I'm watching it, it changed on me, and I'm like, and then it changed the more I watched it. It's like, it's just weird.
It's
So,
hard when things. That's why I say we shift Earth. We shifted to a new Earth. That's my theory. But I believe we also shift timelines because I have seen things right in front of my eyes, seconds later, even on air. It it's different 2 seconds later, and that can only happen if we're shifting timelines. It's the only thing I can think of. And like I said, I don't believe in a simulation. Because it's not like we see it actually morph or something. It's like we look away for 1 second, we look back, and now it's different. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how this happened, because it was like one scene where, like I said, it's looking at her green dress, and then the next scene you see her in, it was totally different, and I was like, what the? And then I saw it rewound the movie. I'm like, I gotta make sure it wasn't just like a trick of the light, like this one scene was lighted differently. Nope, it's always been like that. And I'm like, well, that's weird. I'm watching the movie, so I mean, it's I don't know. It kind of solidifies that whole thing. Like everyone's like, "Oh, it's not real. It's just bad memory." It's like, well, I know I don't have that bad a memory. It did not change. Like my memory is not so bad where I've forgotten from that scene to the next scene you see her in, which is
Seconds.
literally the next scene
And it's
where
not the fact
her
you've seen
dress
this movie
changed.
multiple times.
It's like, and then I go back and rewatch the same scene I just watched to make sure that, like I said, not a trick of the light, not a different color and lighting and all, because editing and stuff like that. It's like it's totally different now, and I'm like, I just no, this is weird. Like I
Guys,
don't.
I have to address the chat. So, Jency, the reason why I believe we're on an earlier version of Earth is because the only thing in that explains other things, like the color of the sun, the extra rings on planets that weren't there, they claim are there. But more importantly, the water is cleaner, the earth is clean, the air is cleaner, and the continents are in different places. And the only way for that to happen would be continental drift. So I don't even think we're 1,000 years in the past. I think we're on a version of Earth that's millennia in the past. And that's why the water that was brown my whole life at the Jersey Shore is now blue. Why the Delaware River was brown and is now blue. Don't get me wrong, it's not like, Caribbean blue. It's just dark blue, but it's still blue. It was brown, like straight up brown. Okay? And maybe in the future, uh, you know, water will recede and the North Pole will appear and freeze over. You don't know. The only explanation I have for those things, for the shifting of the continents, for things being wrong on the Earth, that and animals that were extinct, no longer being extinct, and all these brand new animals we keep finding. The only thing that explains that to me is that we're on an earlier version of Earth. Not that we're in the past. We're still living in the same year.
Mm-hmm.
Year is like a social construct, like a cultural construct. But the planet is newer. A newer version of Earth. That's what I think. And also the sun is newer. Because again, in the future, the sun will be yellow. And then later, it's not a white dwarf right now. It's just a white sun. It's a different temperature. It's not a dwarf. It will become a yellow sun when it cools. As it cools. And then it heats up, becomes a red giant or something. And then becomes a white dwarf. But anyhow, don't want to get into all that again. We have a lot to cover tonight, even though we have more coming.
Yeah.
Yes, and the section of Sagittarius arm that we should have been in is gone. The chunk's just missing. And Michael Fontaine, Curiouser, many people have pointed out there's a black hole, supposedly. But again, a lot of people in our community do not believe in space at all. So that I say I don't know what to say. All I know is that the continents are not where they should be. South America is not below us. And I found maps where South America was off the coast of South Carolina. Oh, what was that? That was insane. So, anyhow, what's next, Jeff? Oh, Jeff, you're up next.
I am?
You are.
Which one?
Yours.
Oh. The cereals, right?
Uh-huh. And Esther, you're welcome to stay as long as you like, but if you need to leave, you just let us know. Did anyone else sneak in besides Parody Bear on his other account? Scrolling.
Oh.
Is anyone else?
Oh, Alex, just rolling vitamins.
That would be Parody Bear.
Right.
Parody Bear is kind enough to log into all his accounts and sub to my channel.
Seriously, hold on. I gotta rewind this. I'm literally in the middle. I unpaused Brie for a second, and her dress now has a brown ring around the edge, around the top of her dress.
I did notice that when I was photoshopping the paint splotches off of it.
That's just weird. Like,
I saw it there from the beginning because I had to Photoshop the paint splotches off. Really quickly, Noise Guru, please share your $1 million idea. Through email, not in the chat.
Okay. Here, I'm going to mute up so that way you guys can do your presentation.
Okay, go ahead, Jeff.
Recently, I've covered cereals that did not exist in my past. Now Jeff has found another, and I found a hot cereal that we want to ask you about. Credit Jeff Zanzibar, yes or no? Have you ever heard of Body Buddies? Body Buddies cereal.
And Esther, feel free to chime in if you'd like.
I don't know what that is.
Good. That's all you need to say was no. That's fine. So, no, this is not hot. You'll understand soon, Jency. So Jency says no. Michael Russum says no. Michael Fontaine says once.
Well, that would be a yes then.
That would be a yes, yeah. Wendy B is a no. Preliminal's a no. What is Body Buddies? No, not since 1986.
Nope.
Actually, that's not the year I got it all. That's not even a year. Daddy Issues Bear, Parody Bear, says no. Mandela, Body Buddies, no. Adam for Christ is no. No, that's not what I mean, push. Careful, we're going to think you're the fake pushing buttons again. Crispy Critters, though. LOL. Yes, I've heard of Crispy Critters. Pushing buttons is no. Hubert's is no. Not anywhere near Michael Fontaine. So you might be thinking of something different. Let's see. Supernatural Bible Chains is welcome, says no. Jim from Florida says no. Everjosh, welcome. Never heard of that. All right, we can go on.
Yeah.
Let's ask mothers what they...
Sold from 1979 to 84. Body Buddies was a competitor to Kix. They touted 16 vitamins and minerals while tasting great, or so they say. Have you ever seen these before?
They want their kids to eat for breakfast.
Something good for them that they'll like to eat. With plenty of vitamins and minerals.
We gave mothers what they asked for. New Body Buddies. Sweetened corn puffs with 16 vitamins and minerals. More than any other cereal. Body Buddies is a big part of this nutritious breakfast.
Look, no artificial flavors.
But does it taste good?
Brown sugar and honey.
Oh, boy.
New Body Buddies. In natural fruit flavor, too. Let's ask...
I'm sorry. No kid is going to go, oh boy, the brown sugar and honey.
No.
We're gonna go. What is that?
and that was such a weak oh boy. Like he wasn't even trying. Just bad
Oh
acting.
boy, yay.
Might as well have been a sarcastic oh boy.
Yeah. So anyone's mind changed? Cubert says never. Jency's no. Let's see. Anybody's mind change. Reality insert says Cubert's. I'll take a bowl of lucky marshmallows and strawberry quick thanks. Sounds great.
That kid never got another acting job.
He didn't like it at all. Well, it's okay to like brown sugar.
But it doesn't taste good.
Yeah, Wendy's a no. Supernatural says, nope, never saw this cereal before. It's something from the Twilight Zone. Welcome, Owen Dumpster Pumps 2 Bear Parody Bear. Cereal is GMO poison, huh? Earlier reality would also explain North Pole and Antarctica missing. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Yes. Never seen that cereal, says Preliminal. I'm not saying that on air.
Yeah, I know. I thought the same thing. I was like, I'm not going to say that.
I found another
Button
weird
says
one.
Mikey hates it.
Sandy, I found another weird one tonight that we got to cover.
Okay, well, we have part 2 tomorrow, so it's fine. I can add it to part 2. It's all good. But let's get to the part 2 tonight. Well, after we show the pictures. Oh, wait, here. I want to show something weird. Again, 1979 to 83. They put a mini computer in the cereal box. Isn't that weird for 79 to 83, don't you think?
Not 83, but 79, yeah.
I don't know what year it was actually in there. But look at the nutrition fun book and check out that Y in Body Buddies. Wow. It's like a falling down V. All right, so wait, listen, before we get to the next one, Jeff used to work at a supermarket, okay? So I asked Jeff first because I thought he was going to say, no, you're crazy. But he said, no, I don't remember that either. So that's why I'm presenting it. But we may be crazy. Maybe both of us are crazy. So the next one.
Well, I'm definitely crazy.
Yeah, I know. Our memories are good, though. I think our memories are pretty good. So, but if we're wrong, I'm not calling it a Mandela. I'm just saying, I don't remember it. All right? I just don't remember it. It's okay if you do. So, we're going to go on to the next one.
Weird name for a cereal, Body Buddies. It just sounds weird.
It does sound. It doesn't. I mean, I get it. Mr. Body was around back then, and maybe that's what they were going for, but that's weird. It's just weird. It's weird.
All right. I may be crazy on this one, but I swear I have never seen this, despite it being around to this day since 1893. Oh, that's a long time.
It's a long time for it to be around and not notice it.
Yeah. Besides wheat, are you aware of any other hot grain cream of cereal?
So, yes or no? If you say yes, what is it? And I'm not talking about oatmeal. I'm talking about cream of blank.
Hope it's not grits, right?
No, I'm not talking about grits or oatmeal. Scratch grits and oatmeal. So cream cereal, Jency says nah. No. Not in my reality.
Ooh.
Not grits, Parody Bear. No grits or oatmeal. Ralston is a company.
Yeah, cream of rice, cream of wheat, cream of
Ew, mushroom. Come on, stop.
I mean, cream of mushroom soup.
Yeah, see that. Noise Guru says cream of rice. Wendy says cream of rice. Michael Fontaine is guessing barley.
The cream of
I
bran.
think at the store, thought it was strange. Mandanimal says rice. Cream of bran. Oh my gosh. That would just be awful. Pushing buttons says no. Cream of chicken. Stop. All right, we're done. I'm not doing it no more. Go on. I get sick.
Parody Bear's answer's funny.
Yeah, I'm not putting that on the screen.
Oh, and now Pushin says what I was thinking.
So wait, all right, now before we go further, don't go further yet. New question. Those of you that didn't say rice, yes or no, do you remember cream of rice? Yes or no in the chat. Do you remember cream of rice? Only those of you that did not say rice before. Hey, Kenraz. So Jency says no.
Well, Kenraz also said what I was thinking. And hi, Kenraz.
Okay, so Drew Duncan says no. Pushing buttons is a nope.
Walnut says.
Ew, walnut. I hate walnut.
I don't think they mean actual walnuts, though.
I know. Either one's worse.
Yeah.
Okay, so supernatural is a yes. I think maybe that was it. Can't swear, Michael Russum. No on the rice, says Kenraz.
I don't remember.
It would be almost rice milk. That's why I'm confused. Actually, I think it looks, from what it looks like warm rice pudding to me. That's what it looks like. I've never seen it before. Ralston was a hot wheat cereal. It was called Ralston. I thought Ralston was the brand, honestly. I thought Ralston was the brand.
It was.
Oh, it is the brand.
Yeah.
All right, so at least a couple people have never heard of it, and it's been around since 1893. So where have we been since the day we were born? Speaking of Bob, has anyone heard from Go-Kart Bob? How is he doing? I'm concerned. I'll be worried if he's not at Hebrew tomorrow. Something rice and hot was the tagline. Like, stop it. Look at the logo with the C. You got the C. The big,
Never
big
saw
C.
that.
I've never seen that. So go ahead, Jeff. You have to read.
Yeah. I only know of cream of wheat, grits, and oatmeal. I've never heard of or seen cream of rice before. Have you? Jeff worked for a grocery store, and he doesn't remember it either. Yeah, I've never seen that anywhere, ever.
What's that? Ew, why would you want that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, the point of rice is that, you got the little kernels of rice to have like fluffy and light. And why would you want to mush it up into a... Ew.
Ever Josh remembers it as a vegetable, not a breakfast cereal. And Supernatural Bible Team says, I don't remember cream of rice back in the day, though, only recently. Welcome, Fourth Wall Observer. Never heard of it either, and you need a wrench. Let's fix that.
And Gen C, Sandy did tell Stavely about that theory.
I did, on Stavely's channel.
Yep. But that's not his theory, and that's okay. We all have different theories.
Correct.
Rice and hot body buddies.
No.
That's gross. I mean, I'm not a big fan of cream of wheat, but I can stand that. But thinking of cream of rice is just...
I like cream of wheat. But I never heard of cream of rice.
I mean, it's been a long
cream of rice looks chunky.
I don't know. Just thinking of the starchiness of the rice being all grained up or ground up and stuff is just... Ugh.
Well, it's gluten-free, so maybe that's why that's a good option for, like, my sister has celiacs. Yeah. She's not, like, gluten-free because it's trendy. She's gluten-free because she has to be. So I guess, that would be an option for her. I should ask her if she knows about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. But we didn't know about celiac until more recently. I don't think they knew about it in the 1800s, did they?
No, I don't think so. Noise Guru says, honestly, it tastes the same. You're welcome, Fourth Wall Observer. Sorry. Thank you for being here.
Are either of these new for you? Are Jeff and I the only ones who ever heard of cream of rice cereal? I never heard of it.
That's what
Let
I
us
said, Jeff
know
and
your
I.
thoughts in the comments below.
And here's the other commercial for Body Buddies if you hit play.
Body Buddies has 16 vitamins and minerals, but kids love it anyway.
Am I going to get struck for this music?
Body Buddies is an important part of this good, nutritious breakfast. Body Buddies has 16 vitamins and minerals. 16
How many times are you going to
for
tell
your
us?
body. Body Buddies is good for kids, but they love it anyway.
Tell me that's not a direct competitor for Kicks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I just want to point out, I don't think it's a Mandela. I have to check. But let's all say the Kicks slogan together. Kid tested, mother approved, right?
Yeah.
Right. I saw parents approved.
Is it
So
new?
I'm hoping it's new. I saw parents approved. I'm like, what is that? I know I just saw mother approved on an old ad, so I think it is new.
Yeah,
I
they
don't think
still
it's a
say it
Mandela.
in the old ads.
So let's go on. Yeah, guys. So here's what I did. I literally split the show in two because it's already 2 a.m. here. It's still a decent show. Don't get me wrong, but you're gonna get 2 shows now. So I figured that's the best of both worlds. You get a decent sized show. You get a part 2 tomorrow with another decent sized show. And a Jeff segment because I didn't get one done tonight for him. So, and I believe Chris will be joining us next week because he was away. And he's still, you know how when you go on a vacation that's not really a vacation and then you come back and you're exhausted?
Mhm.
So. Yes, Jency, part 2 with Mr. Rogers. Jency says, yes, part 2, Mr. Rogers, let's go.
All right, so what do we have next?
Thank you, Fourth Wall Observer. Maybe those of you who haven't can follow suit. I would very much appreciate a thumbs up if you get a chance. And if you're just listening,
What's
lurking in the background, there's almost 40 of you, and you haven't subscribed, please consider.
I'll think about it, but only if you tell me what's next.
Whatever you see is next. It should be some
Okay.
fish, maybe? I don't know. Something like that.
No.
Or discussion. Is discussion or fish?
Yeah, it's
Discussion or fish.
discussion.
Okay, guys, I'm giving you a heads up. I'm going to leave the last slide up on the screen, but we can't read it to you. I'm not allowed on YouTube. I may get in trouble for showing it to you. So be thankful you're here because I may have to take it out. YouTube may make me take out that picture. So this might be your only chance to see it. So be thankful you're here right now. You need to see this. This is nuts. So here we go. There are just a couple of random things I need to ask you guys, and one I need to debunk. I saw something in Teresa's group, and I was like, no, people are not. This rumor is not happening. All right, so go on. It's not Mickey. So first question is yes or no. Do you recall the plane John Denver died in being a typical plane or experimental plane? When I say typical, I mean like a Cessna or something like that. And experimental as in a plane you've probably never seen before. So you can say typical, experimental. What do you remember? And Jeff and Esther, please feel free to chime in on this.
I don't know much about his death, but I would imagine it would just be a typical plane. Maybe a private jet or something like that, but that was like it.
I don't remember one way or another.
Okay, so Pushing Button says typical, I think. Jency says regular plane, question mark. Huberts says experimental.
Yeah.
Noise Guru says homemade Cessna. Let's see. Typical airplane from Manned Animal. Jim from Florida says homemade experiment. It's 50-50 in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we go on to the next slide, Michael Rustin says typical. All right, and Worthwell doesn't remember. That's okay. So, those of you that said experimental, even if you said experimental, I think, when you see the plane, I want a yes or no in the chat if it matches your memory. Okay? Just those that said experimental or I think experimental. All right, go ahead, Jeff. Let's show them the airplane. Does anyone remember that? Like a one-seater, wings in the air. So yes or no, those of you, because for me it was typical. None of that matches my memory. That looks ridiculous.
I'd have to agree.
That's a weird looking plane.
Splatter, your name isn't on the video? Oh, I'm going to have to edit it again. I edited it twice and missed names. That's okay, Splatter. I'll edit it just for you. And then I'll actually get to go to a premiere that I'm awake for and that I have internet for, and there'll be no problems for whatsoever. I'll schedule it so I know I can be awake, and I'll pray for the best that I have internet. Because my internet's been spotty for the last 4 days now. So maybe in a couple days it'll be better. That's a drone, says Manned Animal. I'm telling you, they're saying that is the experimental plane that was taken before he crashed. And that was his experimental plane. According to this article. So, in the chat, Push Button says no way. Jency says no. Hubert says no. Pushin says a glider. And Animal says a drone.
And I say that thing looks ridiculous. It might as well be a paper airplane.
And Animal says it's a Barbie helicopter.
Yeah.
No, that's a Silverhawk spaceship, says Noise Guru. You're welcome, Splatter. All right, so wait, here's another question. Yes or no in the chat. Okay. I'm trying to remember the right word. Give me a moment. What's the word we use for the S word? I hate YouTube. Welcome, Roger. Roger Ledwell's in the chat. Yeah, we're not allowed to say that word, Jency. YouTube doesn't let us.
Really? Because I've said it in songs and they never did anything.
Maybe it's because it's in a song. But yeah, unalived himself. So yes or no in the chat. Do you believe he unalived himself when that happened?
Unless it was one of those, it's him but not him.
No, it's more he landed and took off like 16 times in a row. Just kept going in circles, landing and taking off. Like 16 times. The number's ridiculous. I'm making the number up. It's not 16. I'm just making that up. But before it happened, he was seen landing and doing a circle and taking off, doing a circle and landing. And repeat. And repeat. Like he was... And some people claimed he was not doing well mentally at the time. So, let's see. Wendy says, wait, hold on. I have to go back up higher. Let's see. Maybe he did, but why? Fourth Wall Observer says no. Why would he? I don't know. Mandanimal says no. Huberts is no. I can't either, Pushin. Wendy B is a no. Pushin is a no. I don't remember that, but why? I don't either, but this article is saying he may have. That's why I was asking. I guess it is. I mean, I just can't say it. Roger says no. Oh, I'm sorry, Everjosh. Everjosh just went to Florida for 10 days to help take care of my mom, and I thought it would be a vacation, but it wasn't. It was time with your mom, though. I'm telling you, it's something that it's precious. Precious. I miss my mom. She's 7 miles away, and we can't see each other because neither one of us can drive. It's amazing. She can't drive, and I don't have a car, so it stinks. No, but from what I've heard, he wasn't always the nicest person, so maybe, says Michael Russell.
I don't know much about his life.
Yes, Ocean now.
I never liked him, so I never paid much attention to anything pertaining to him at all. But I do know that plane looks ridiculous.
I will tell you, vacationing can be worse than work. You're absolutely correct, Fourth Wall Observer. Maybe that is possible that he was doing his required takeoffs to keep his license. Yes, could be. Could be. All right, guys. I don't know. I have no answers for you. This was just me asking you questions. Things I came across. There's another one I came across.
What do we got here?
Yes or no? Maybe I just missed this. But do you remember this photo of the Obama people on the last day of his administration looking like the sorest losers ever? Can you zoom in on their faces? They're hilarious.
Must I?
Yeah, it's funny. Look at the faces.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I could totally believe that because their faces haven't changed.
What I'm saying is I don't remember this photo. I don't remember. This was everywhere, apparently.
I've never seen it.
I mean, what?
But what a group of losers.
Oh, I could not get over the faces on the left.
Sucky. Ugh. Hate her.
Oh, they look so mad. Yeah, I know, that's the thing. I don't remember the photo.
I hope they get mad again.
How did I miss this? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. How did I miss this? It was January 2016. It must have been a warm day for them to stand out in D.C. in January like that.
Maybe that's why their faces are like that, because it's cold. And they're like, you're making us stand outside in the cold. You can't wear jackets.
All the names in the chat. They look AI-eyed, says Super Mario.
They do. I wish they were.
So that was it. That was a quick question. Go on.
Gladly.
This one's a little bit longer. So how old were you when you found out Goofy was actually a cow and not a dog? I saw a post in Teresa's group. Someone had shared this image saying Goofy was a cow. Next slide. Goofy is not a cow. Clarabelle is a cow. Look at their noses, everyone. Can we zoom in on the noses, please? Goofy is not a cow.
No.
Do we see? Goofy has no horns, and Goofy has a black nose. Goofy is not a cow.
I'm
But they're
glad
spreading the
you're
rumor.
talking about this because I saw that and it annoyed me.
Yeah, because he's not a cow, and it's not the person who shared it. The person who made that meme saying that he's a cow is the problem. And I wanted to nip that rumor in the bud.
Mm-hmm.
Goofy is not a cow. I will tell you what Goofy is, though. Because it came from Goofy's mouth. The voice of Goofy, a guy named Farmer. But according to Google, he's an anthropomorphic dog. Okay? But the guy who voiced Goofy says he is not a dog. Goofy seems to be in the canine family the same way that a wolf is not a dog. But they also are in the canine family. I think Canis goofus is the technical Latin term for what Goofy is. He's just Goofy. So there you go. Goofy is of the canine family, but he's not a dog. He's not Pluto. But he's definitely not a cow.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just want to share. Now, here's what I can't read. So, Jeff, I cannot read this. This was found by Teresa Lynch.
Okay.
The date is January 11th, 2017. Can you zoom in on the image for them to just leave it on the screen and let them read it for a couple minutes?
It's pretty big, isn't it?
No, I want them to be able to, oh, not that close.
That's all I can do.
Oh. What about the arrows in the corner? Is it already clicked?
I already did that.
Oh. Can you guys read it?
It's
Okay.
pretty big.
I know, but can the chat read it?
Uh-huh.
No doubt. No doubt. This was said in 2017, people. 2017.
Then how is it a surprise?
Mm-hmm.
2017. No, they didn't predict it. It wasn't a prediction, Jency. It's another word that begins with a P, but I can't say it.
Mm-hmm.
I will get a strike.
That's okay. We all know.
There you go. It's in the chat. That's all I can say. So we can take it off the screen now. Let's remove it from the screen. If anyone missed it, you can always hit rewind. I would do so before the stream is over because there's a great chance YouTube might make you take it out. So the 41 of you that are here at 2:24 a.m. Eastern Time are amazing, number one. And number two, maybe the only ones to see that. Because if YouTube makes you take it out, I'm going to have to take it out. Okay. Esther, would you like to read one?
A viral video is going around that I need to talk about. Do you remember the cuttlefish? These cute little part octopus, part squid looking fish. They are cute until they're not.
Yes, they are cute until they're not. You guys remember us talking about the cuttlefish? They're adorable. They fit in the palm of your hand. They're so little. I think they're naturally white, too.
Can we go to the next slide?
Oh, yeah, mute. Can you mute it when you hit play? When you hit play, can you mute it?
So this is
All
a
right, go
viral
ahead.
video going around that many say is fake. It looks like an alien creature being pulled out of the sand, but it's not fake. It's a dead cuttlefish, but many say they're tiny, not that big.
So play mute. So, have you guys seen this viral video?
It looks like a face hugger. Not cuddly. Meet the giant Australian cuttlefish, just like its cute cousin, but gigantic in size. These guys are special too. They can change all colors of the rainbow and patterns too, using two different mechanisms in its
3.
body.
That's a 3. I know it looks weird. It changes colors 3 different ways. Chromophores.
All cuttlefish change colors to communicate and camouflage themselves. They can even change or even shape shift to look like other sea life. They achieve these patterns and colors in pigment filled with light reflecting cells. The pigment cells pictured above are called chromoplatic source.
No, it's actually the chromophores. That's an autocorrect. It's chromophores.
Okay. Yeah, there's a T in there. The light reflecting cells are called iridophores. I don't know how to pronounce.
Iridophores.
Okay. And
I don't know how to say the other ones.
leucophores. I don't know. The pigment cells. The pigment cells are attached to nerves, allowing them to dramatically change color in an instant, while the light reflecting cells enhance communication and camouflage.
Now, can we zoom in on the picture on the bottom left, please? The top left. The cuttlefish is right there. I can't see him at all. At all. He is totally blended in with that coral.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Moving on. Esther, do you want Jeff to take over?
Oh, I'm sorry. Moving on, I wanted to share something I read. A possible excuse for the weird things we have come across with starfish, specifically how their arm can walk off and create a new starfish.
Like literally, the arm can just one day decide to walk off the body of a starfish and just keep walking. We covered that before. Yeah, read first, then play.
Oh, sorry, I keep yawning. Scientists discover very weird truth about starfish heads, solving centuries-old mystery.
Centuries old, guys.
Yeah. Apparently, those aren't arms, scientists have discovered after centuries of studying them. That starfish are the bodiless heads. The arms are all heads connected in the center, and the footage above shows off what it looks like to be a head on the tip of the arm.
So I want everyone to watch the tip, the arm that's like pointing towards us. Look at the very tip. It's going to look like a head sniffing food. Check it out. And I did speed it up. So at first it's slower, but then it's going to seem like it got faster. They don't move that fast. That's 2 times the speed. But just check it out. I can't. All the arms are heads and there is no body. So go ahead. Good play. Look at the tips. See how it's like a white dot at the end? Tell me that doesn't look like a little head. Tell me that doesn't look like a little head.
Oh, it's kind of creepy looking.
It's very creepy looking. First of all, I didn't know starfish walked around like millipedes. This is new for me.
I didn't know they had little legs. So then you look.
That's what I said.
Look like a starfish.
That's what I said. Who remembers starfish walking around like millipedes? I do not. Oh my God, definitely a head. Never seen this. Multiple heads. Yes, and strange. Heads but no legs and arms. I don't know, never. This is crazy to me. Moving on.
Oh,
Esther, do you want Jeff to keep going?
yeah, I just keep yawning.
Jeff, go ahead. It's
All right.
almost over.
Speaking of appendages, how many legs does an octopus have?
So that's the question.
8 immediately. 8.
Yeah.
In the chat, I know it sounds redundant. So Jency says 8. Pushin says 8. Michael Russin says 8. 8, I'd hope. It's in the name, says Ken Raz. Wendy B says 8.
23.
Have 10. Fourth Wall Observer says 8. And Animal is guessing 23. Roger says, duh, 8. Okay, so we can move on. Oh, my stray got welcome. And welcome GT 1982 Mustang, who says 10. And Meister says 8. Noise is saying 12. Octo is 8, says Jim from Florida. Okay, go ahead, Jeff.
8, of course, except when they don't. Okay.
So stop for a moment. Let's count. 1, use the pointer so they can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
1 for good luck?
1 for good luck, but keep going. There's going to be a lot of good luck coming at us. A lot of good luck. Stop it. I can't.
There have been numerous octopuses caught with many arms, up to 96 to be exact. But these are mutations. What I am talking about is a newly discovered octopus.
So anything more than 8 is a mutation. Okay? And those do have 9632. Meet one with only 7, though. Dead.
Which only has 7 arms, aptly named the 7-armed octopus. Shouldn't it be called a septopus? Regardless, I never heard of a 7-armed octopus. Have you?
Yes or no in the chat. Have you ever heard of a 7-armed octopus? So here's him swimming with his 7 arms. I don't understand.
A squid almost than he does an octopus.
He's an octopus, according to marine biologists.
Yeah, I just find it weird.
So now we're -1 for bad luck.
Yeah, that's -1 for bad luck. You're right.
If one crosses your path, you'll have bad luck for you. Just 1 year because it's got one.
Instead of the tail, they.
All right, so this is where they're talking about how the arm falls off and walks away. Oh, and that's sunflower starfish. It can have up to 42 arms. I want to share that too. Go on.
They can detach each of their arms. When they feel threatened, they will lose one of their arms. And then the arms will walk on its own, distracting the predator. It's kinda creepy, but it doesn't stop there. The starfish can regenerate a new arm, and that lost arm can grow into a whole new starfish. Now there are 2 of them. But instead of the tail, they can detach each of their arms.
Hey, Boston Ray. So here is, remember I was telling you about the color shifting of the gigantic Australian cuttlefish? So here's some diagrams and crazy colors to see. One of them, when we get to it, reminds me of the octopus-faced guy from Pirates of the Caribbean. You'll know it when you see it. Haven't gotten to it yet. I just want to show you the color variation. I think it's going to be in the bottom left. Nope, top left. You see? See, we like with them hanging in the front? It reminds me of the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah.
And then this, I don't know what's going on here.
Is any of this new for you? If not, I hope you at least found it interesting. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
All right, guys, we have one more tonight. And then part 2 will be tomorrow after Hero. And this one I still think is nuts. I talked to Esther about it earlier and Hero. Neither one of them. Well, Esther's reaction was to laugh. And Hero thought I was joking. So it's new history for me. I'm wondering if it's new history for you. So we're going to be asking about it. Last folder, Jeff, please. It's a long one, guys, so buckle up. Interesting. Yes. No, Civil War is now, Jency. The Civil War one is now. I already changed the title. Jency says, chop, chop, Jeff. It's me, not Jeff. Here we go. I'm calling this one before I tell you anything. I have shifted to an Earth that is a whole new level of ridiculousness. I'm calling it. This is 100% Mandela for me. It's absolutely insane. Do not Google. You hear me? No one Google. I want your memory, not what Google tells you. Yes or no? In your past, were camels used in the U.S. Civil War? Yes or no? Do not Google.
Nope. No.
No for fourth wall. Camels were never used as Jency. Noise Guru says yes. Not in my reality, says Jency. Hubert's is no. Wendy is no. Jency still only horses. No way, says Michael Russum, but considering all the Egypt things now. Roger says yes. GT 1982 Mustang says no. Pushin says maybe. Nothing. You already answered. It's okay. You can Google now if you want. Never heard that, says Meister. Heard about it only recently, says Mandanimal. Noise Guru said they supplied all the soldiers with cigarettes. That's World War II. That was World War II.
Is that where the Grand Camel came from for cigarettes?
World War II, they sent 10 cigarette rations. Jency says no camels 100%. Why would we, says Fourth Wall Observer. I know. Super Mario says used as experiments. No, they weren't used as experiments. We'll get to that. They used them instead of horses? No, not even. They used both. Something came of this, but not cigarettes. Have a great night, Huberts. Thank you for being here. This is the last one of the night. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night for part 2. He says, hitting the hay. Thank you, Sandy, Jeff, and Esther. Fun as always. All right, we can go on. There's another question. All right, guys. Yes is a no. Stop. New question. Yes or no? In your past, were camels used in the UK in the First World War? So now we're jumping to World War I and the UK. Yes or no? Were camels used in World War I in the UK? Jency says, never, no. Jency's freaking. Not in my reality, no. Pushin is just laughing.
Yeah, of course. Oh, Roger.
Noise Guru is yes. Not that I remember, says Michael Russin. Yes, of course, says Roger Level.
No idea. No, I don't remember them. It just sounds weird.
It's only a regular length show because we're doing a whole other show tomorrow night. Okay, Jency is officially freaking out. No ideas, pushing. And Animal says no. Only horses, 100%. They used horses before cars. Don't think so, says Fourth Wall Observer. Okay, guys, we can move on. Jeff, what are your answers? You didn't answer.
Sweet Turkish flavor.
Jeff?
Oh.
It's ridiculous. That's my answer.
For both? Or just
Yeah.
one? Okay.
Both.
All right, we can go on. If you said no, WTH, WTF, or just laughed, congrats. You are from my reality. but not this one. In this timeline, camels were used in both wars. The U.S. Camel Corps was an experiment of the U.S. government that lasted a decade. That is a long experiment. A 10-year experiment. So they did not experiment on the camels. They experimented with using camels as well as horses. The camels are now credited for carving out the famous Route 66 too. In the chat, yes or no, have you ever heard that Route 66 was carved out by camels? Yes or no? Jency already says, Jency is screaming. Jeff, Esther, do you recall hearing camels carved out Route 66?
No.
We got a no from Jency.
No.
An LOL no from Roger. Never, says Michael Russell. Wendy is a no. Pushin is a nope. Jency is just no. I'm telling you, ridiculous. Ridiculous reality. I can't. The government brought over Hajid Ali to train the camels and troops. Since we are so terrible at foreign names in America, apparently, they just decided to call him Hi Jolly instead of Hajid Ali. So Hi Jolly became his name instead.
Get your kicks on Route Camel 66.
Next, I'm going to find out that this is where Jolly Rancher came from.
This is getting more ridiculous by the slide.
Oh, we're not even done yet.
I've heard a lot of humps were involved.
So, yes. Hi Jolly is buried in the Hi Jolly Cemetery with a pyramid memorial at the entrance, complete with a camel on top. And check it out. The old black and white photo had two cactuses that look like obelisks right next to it. You can't make this up. Can't make this up. I just can't. I don't even know. I don't even know what the heck's happening. I can't. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, but the best part is, when the experiment was over, the government just let those camels free in the desert. Get out of here. Go free. Which is strange, because wouldn't we have wild camel in the desert today? They just all died off. Like, you'd think that if they released like 100 camel into the Arizona desert, that, they would, survive. But no, there's no camel there, so I don't understand. There's no camels. I'm so confused. Check out the camel. Can you zoom in on the right? The camel with the literal, what are they called? My brain's not working. The thing that throws the balls. What's it called? What's that called? Why is my brain not working?
A cannon?
A cannon. Thank you. Literal cannon on its back. I can't. I look so dumb. I can't. A cannon carrying camel.
Chamomile tea. That actually is kind of funny. What do you think chamomile tea is?
Oh my god. Chamomile tea. Wait, it gets better. And a few years after their release into the wild, reports started coming in of a red ghost, a red monster with a skeleton riding on his back. One woman was reportedly trampled to death by the ghost.
The ghost of camels past.
However, it turns out it wasn't a ghost at all, just a camel gone crazy, covered in red dust from the desert with the skeleton of a long dead rider on his back. He was shot and killed while eating in someone's backyard.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. So now I know what happened to all the wild camels in the desert.
Oh, I hope camel meat tastes good.
Man, this is just nuts.
I've never had it.
So camel hunters, it says camel hunters what? March. Uncle Sam's abandoned hordes. So Uncle Sam's abandoned hordes of cattle, of camel that were just released into the Arizona desert, and then people were hunting them. So that's why we don't have camel just chilling out in our deserts. But it turns out, like, this is a duplicate slide. Oh man, I was supposed to say, go back for a minute. I forgot to switch the words out, so I got to fix this for tomorrow. So what it was supposed to say was, the people hated the red ghost when they thought it was a ghost. Okay, when they were alive. But when they were dead, they loved them. They even built a memorial statue out of like kegs of the red camel. So it's a tourist attraction now, and they love the red camel now. So they seem like him when he was alive. That's what I should have said there. No one's trolling us. This is actual history.
I like Fourth Wall Observer's comment. I honestly believe we are someone's crazy dream. At this point, yeah.
So here's a lot of pictures for you guys. So we have a lot of British flag residue of the British riding camel. It was called the Western Expansion on camels. That was the Route 66 carving. It says at the bottom, the bizarre yet true story of how the U.S. Army tried to conquer the American West with camels. The camels are coming. See the U.S. Camel Corps. The U.S. Camel Corps, an Army experiment. The United States Camel Corps. An old painting from back then with camels. That is where they stored the camels, in that big barn thing. And that's a memorial. There is the Camel Corps. It says provisions for the journey, 1856. The Oregon Trail of the Southwest. Here's some toys you can buy of each like battle that they used camels. The bottom left. What does that say, Jeff? The bottom left. The camels are coming. Okay, again. On the top right. The top right says, oh, there we go. Camel Corps line out Route 66 in 1857. No, absolutely not. Here's more British flag residue. Some drawings from back then. That is current day photo of where they stored the camels. One of those sets that you can buy, and it tells you which battle's on there. Here is a camel core belt buckle, a pin, a stuffed animal, the High Jolly Cemetery, and U.S. Camel Corps.
I guess camels only make sense if you're in a high desert area for long periods of time, just because they're more equipped to be in that compared to horses
Right,
and a lot more water and stuff.
but whenever I've seen a Wild West movie, I have yet to see a camel. I've not seen one.
Yeah.
Not one.
All right, that's going to be the next.
Oh my gosh, no stop.
You're
No,
gonna
don't
you're gonna
say
find
it.
an old forgotten John Wayne movie where he's riding a camel.
Stop it, no. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Was this part of your history? Are you from Arizona? If you are, I want to hear from you. Or is this complete insanity to you like it was to me? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So that is the end of part 1, everyone. We are at a close to part 1. And I have crazier things tomorrow, so please join us tomorrow after Hebrew 77's Shifty Sunday. I don't know what time. Again, the time is going to be subjective, so please make sure you are subscribed and you hit the bell to be notified, because we start when Hebrew ends. So the time will be up in the air. I'll put a show up, but the time will definitely change. I can't guarantee the time, but I will let you know on the community tab that we're about to go live. Is there anything else you guys want to say before I start doing shout outs?
no, I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Well,
Jeff,
thanks for being here.
thank you for being here, Esther. It's good to have you again.
Yeah, it's been a while. So I feel like it's been forever since I've really found like a good Mandela effect, especially one I've gotten to watch like as I'm watching the movie.
I do want to point out that Roger says lived in Arizona for 20 years. Never heard that. Welcome, Ann Gaynor. How do you not have a? How does Ann Gaynor not have a wrench? We need to fix that right now. Remedy, you have your wrench, Ann. All right, guys. Stick around for the outro. But before we go, let me see who's here. And if you haven't been chatting, say hello, because I can only go back so far. I have Super Mario Bros. 3, Pushing Buttons, 62, Noise Guru, Jency. I have, oh my gosh, my chat is jumping. Michael Russell, GT 1982 Mustang, Roger Ledwell, Wendy B, Fourth Wall Observer. Let's see, Boston Ray Mudflood Adventures was here. Scrolling down, Mandanimal was here. Huberts was here and went to bed already. Preliminal was here earlier, I do know that. Let's see. I'm scrolling, guys. Give me a moment. Meister Epcot was here. Lots of Gensies. Scrolling. Still scrolling. Alex Jones is Shilling Vitamins. Parody Bear ×5 was here. Let's see. Wendy B. Did I say Wendy B? I may have said Wendy B. If not, I said it again. I mean, of course, we had Jeff Zanzibar and Esther Anders tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Russell.
And Spider.
Guys, I am still seeing the same names, but I know there's more of you hiding in here. Mustard Seed of Faith was here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Mr. Super Sidewinder was here. Drew Duncan was here. And Gaynor's here. Roger, thank you so much. How do I put that on the screen? That was 2 minutes ago, and I'm just seeing it now.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, Roger. Oh, I can heart it now. Yay. I just gave it a heart. Nate X, welcome. Nate said hi. Just got the notification. Well, Nate needs a moderator. Nate, if you're still listening, you got the wrench. We had Splatter 420. Oh, Nate just got here. Welcome, Nate. We're headed out now. I'm sorry, but you do have a wrench now. Yeah, anyone who makes my live streams up to 1,500 is getting a wrench. I explained it's because Esther, do me a favor, can you put something in the chat to make sure you have one?
So can I do that?
All you gotta do is say hi or good night, or whatever you want to say. Let's see. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody. I said
I have to do
true.
it on my phone because it's not letting me do it on here.
Okay. Alone was here. See, I knew I was missing a few people hiding in between all the same names. Welcome, Alone. And for those of you just joining us, this is just part 1. Part 2 will be tomorrow after Shifty Sunday.
Yeah,
I have a... You have a wrench?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Very
I had
good,
to do
very
it on my
good.
phone because it just wouldn't let me do it on my. I had to do like a whole bunch of sign-in stuff, and I'm like, I don't have time for that.
So I want as many people to see something that I showed on the screen but could not say. So if you can, before the stick around, before the chat closes, if you can, hit rewind, get to the orange presentation, and go to the last slide and read it. I want as many people as possible to see it, because I guarantee YouTube's going to make me take it out. We couldn't talk about it. Hey, welcome, Whaler Greg. So again, part 2 will be tomorrow night after Shifty Sunday, and from the 3 of us tonight at After Dark. We hope you have a great night. Thank you again to Roger Ledwell, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Good night, everyone.
Next night.
Night, everyone.
Good night, guys.
Let's get this.
Smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube. Turn the strap off, 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 please turn it off. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I've seen this show about 1,000,000 times. Not even funny when I'm drunk or high. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I'm telling you now for the 100th time. To change the channel, this show is a crime. Why must we watch Friends? 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 That laugh track is so annoying to me. They wouldn't need it if the show was funny. Why must we watch Friends? 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 There's so much better ways to spend my day. Then watch TV sing down at Coach Ballet. Why must we watch Friends? 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 Why must we watch Friends?